As things are about to get underway right here with No Limit Racing Thunder Series, I'm going to let you watch as the warm-ups finish. Qualifications are about to begin in just a moment. This is Jason with Signature TV. I will be right back with you. And qualifying is going to go ahead and get underway right here from Phoenix International Raceway. You're watching the 73 take the first couple of laps around the track as they're about to get ready to get underway in just a little bit. See that low line right there at the start-finish line, and how he hugs the corner, drifts around the backside of it. Let's see how he lines up so far. Alec Coates in that 73. So far, on a time that's best for fifth. Brian Wirtz out there, best lap, 27.87, but Brandon Fronapole right now running at 27.3, 27.737. Holding on to that pole position currently. as we're going to see things switch around a little bit, and everybody's going to finish up their laps. A lot of interesting things going on today, with Memorial Day being a large part of our society, and especially across the world. I appreciate everybody out there taking the time on this fine Monday evening to watch the wonderful race that we have going on right here. 135 laps to be completed in the No Limit Thunder Series. A lot of fun for these drivers. Long race, and definitely some pit strategy going to be playing into it. So I'm going to pause all the qualifying, and we're going to go ahead and get the national anthem out of the way, and I'll be back with you just shortly. Alright, trying to get some paint schemes updated for everybody. They truly love those custom paint schemes, so you saw me do a little bit of work there. As things are underway, the qualifying has just now finished, and we're going to show you the grid real quick. Brought to you by Combat backwards. I'll show you that graphic in just a little bit. Brandon Frontable, of course, the number 10. You guys saw the things changing around there, where he finished with a 27.737 on his qualifying lap. Going to start on the pole position. Brian Wirtz on the outside of the front row in the number 82 machine. Going to the back, the number 88, Anthony Titcher, is going to be starting inside on the second row. Alex Coates in the 73. Full field today, of course. William Karp, the number 1. The 84, Casey Knighton. It's going to be row 3 for you. Row 4 inside, J.P. Smith in the 74. And Ryan Hedrick in the 32, starting 8th. Inside row 5, Jake Fluman in the 00. Brandon Parker in the number 11. Cody Cox in the 54, starting inside row 6, 11th position, was Stephen Evasius in the number 12. Starting outside, you see the pace truck take off there. The number 10 should have a paint scheme on him, but he does not. Apologize about that. Anthony Ludi in the number 7 is going to start inside row 7. Casey Gilchrist in the number 26 inside as well, or outside and starting 14th. As you're going to see some things moving around right there. Apologize about that. All the way back into row 8, Brett Edwards in the 45, 69 of Matthew Prisbill. I hope I didn't murder that too much. Kyle Hall in the 87 and Michael Willing in the 13. You know, watch the rest of the relatives as we're going green flag racing right now with Brandon Fronopole outside or inside the line. Starting in lap 1. You're going to have some exciting racing as we're going to continue 135 laps. Everybody diving low. Caution is flying already right here at Phoenix International Raceway. And of course, and always, happy Memorial Day to all of those, and we are grateful for everybody who has served and given to our country in every form, from police officers, firefighters, United States military, or of course, the militaries across the world. You can't have a sacrifice without people willing to lay down that sacrifice. So we appreciate everybody out there doing the best that they can to honor those who have served and or fallen in the line of duty. Number 82 of Wirtz, Brian Wirtz out there. Brian Wirtz is out of the Michigan area. He's going to be holding the lead after that caution. We're going to go back and take a look at the caution if everything works out for us. Pace truck is on the field. Caution is going to be a little shorter today because it's a smaller track, Phoenix International Raceway, being a 1.5 mile track with a front dog leg. The front dog leg working out for everybody. All right, going back to the start of the race. Little look at the iBogger Racing broadcast overlay graphic right there. The caution didn't work out very well for us, so apologize about the graphic showing everything that we didn't want it to show. That was pit road going on right there. Let's try to jump back. Doesn't show us any incidents on all of that, so we'll go back to live racing real quick and go back to our leader as we're still completing lap 4. Replay wasn't a good replay, so I apologize about that. Currently a top 5 as they sit right now. Things are cycling around. Brian Wirtz is going to be your leader, as you're going to see the top 5 cycle just a little bit. Showing some weird things as we're going on. Brian Wirtz is going to be your inside restart. Brandon Fronopole is going to be sitting second in the number 10 car for you. 88 of Thitchner is going to be your third position race car. Alec Coates going to start outside of the 88 in fourth position. And a William Karp going to be right there, right behind that 73 in that number 1 car. Green flag racing once again as things are shaking up. Some exciting racing going on. We're going to go back to our leader. There's the number 10 of Brandon Frontal up there trying to make a move on the outside. Camera angles are trying to work right now, but we're going to get some things figured out for you as we're back under caution one more time. A lot of cars on the track right now, so they're gonna have a hard time getting a green flag run going. But once things get cycled out, everything will be good. Normally, all of these cars have fantastic paint schemes on it, and for some reason, Trading Paints just is not working today. So I apologize about you guys not being able to see all the fancy ones that they have. A lot of people had also gotten their paint schemes customized too. So when this is all said and done, we go back and we get everything loaded back up. I'll put some of the photos of these guys' vehicles out there, so that way we can make sure that you see what they're doing and who they're honoring as well. Working on figuring out what is going on with Trading Paints right now, as it is being a pain in the tuchus. It's going to go ahead and try to download all of those. I'm updating and doing 10 things at once. Speaking of which, doing 10 things at once, everybody out there on our social media platforms, we appreciate you out there, of course, and always. Tony J cheering on Chris Kurek, getting the better take first from the Nola Bear out there. Go 18, elbow cough. Go 15. 15's got a rooter out there. And the 69's got a fan as well. Appreciate everybody out there watching on all of the platforms. We're trying to get everything working with this high field. Still great things as we are completing lap 9 under caution right here at Phoenix International Raceway. All of these guys are doing wonderful things. I'm going to make sure that I get some of the guys from the race in here as well, as 67% of the Trading Paints platform searching for cars is looking for them right now. So we're going to see maybe some paint schemes pop up in just a moment, quite possibly. Anthony Thitchner, the number 88, has scored your leader currently with the 82 of Brian Wirtz. Right behind him, I'm going to start outside in that second row. All of these paint schemes are coming from TradingPaints.com. It's a great platform. It's just, when you're broadcasting, you have to show all of the cars. So it takes a little bit for everything to catch back up. I appreciate everybody's patience. Let's go 21 and 16. 20 for CJ Anderson. I see some rooters out there for CJ. I appreciate everybody shouting it out. And as we get the ball rolling here in a little while, 135 laps of racing to go, or 125 laps of racing to go, we'll make sure that we jump along with some of your favorite drivers, and things will be wonderful as ever. Pace lights on the pace truck are off. And we're seeing a lot of things shake and bake, as they say. And hopefully we get some of these things updated, because Trading Paints is not doing anything for me. It's telling me all files are up to date, but that's not true because everybody's paint scheme is gone. We'll go back to the race in just a little bit. All these guys are very proud of their vehicles, and we apologize about them not being able to get those taken care of. But we're going to go back to green flag racing in just a second as things are shaking up. Overhead look for you right there. Apologize about a little bit of the technical difficulties. Apparently, camera controls just don't want to work right now. So we're watching the pace truck as we speak. And we're back to green flag racing right here, Phoenix International Raceway. Overhead view of the 88 taking the lead outside, or ahead of the 82, and the one of William Carp diving low across the front stretch dog leg, coming to the start-finish line, entering turn one. Long turn for everybody right there as things are shaking up. On the exit of turn three, on the entrance of turn three to the exit of turn four. High line run for the 88 of Fitchner, carrying a almost full second lead going into turn one over the one of William Carp. Caution is out once again. Trying to get everybody back to green flag racing. A couple of laps completed there. And of course, the caution does fly. I'm going to go back and try to see if we can find out what happened to get that, to take that caution flag. Anthony Fitchner still scored as your leader. Not quite sure what happened there, but so far it's not showing me anybody doing anything different. So probably just a little bit of spin outs. It's not showing any incidents, so I can't really track those right now. So apologize about not being able to have a good replay for that one right there. Some pit stops going on right now. Cody Cox in on the pit. Evan Keese is also in on the pits. Hank Caston, that number 5 machine, is pitting as well. The leaders look like they're coming down. To hug that inside line, possibly pitting themselves. We'll see what happens here as the pace truck leads them around the track. Car looking to get back on the lead lap there. Free pass car. Last car, oh, that was a 31 of Roger Davis getting a free lap pass right there. Last car on the lead lap, of course. We have $33 cars on the lead lap currently as we speak. 41 cars in the field today. Sorry, 40 cars on the field today. Big shout out to Corey Doss out there. who is making sure everything is good to go. Mike Geary out there. Go CJ, of course. Stay consistent 74 and go 24 from Rachel Romero out there. We appreciate you. Let's see if we can get everybody rocking and rolling for a long green flag run. Lights on the pace truck are off currently, and we're going to be back to green flag racing in just a moment. Heavy field as you take a look at the long backstretch going on right there. With the 88 of Thitchner right there starting on the inside in that pole position. Pace truck is off. Carp on the outside, and that number 1, the 82 of Wirtz, is going to be starting inside right there as they come across the start-finish line. Green flag conditions once again. The 88 jumping out to a huge lead, carrying that inside line very well. Up high, out of the exit of turn 4, across start-finish line. And we are back under green once again. Everybody's got to kind of take it easy a little bit. It seems like that everybody's kind of just jumping. As you see the relative at the top of the screen. 1, 2, 3, Thitchner, Carp, Wirtz. And once again, back under caution. Trying to get everybody back in line, slowing down. Lap 20 completed under caution as everybody hits the front stretch right there. This does have a back dog leg as we were running Phoenix, the old Phoenix before it had the front dog leg. So when you're seeing that dog leg in the back, I've just got to make sure that I'm getting back to where we were before. Doesn't show who was responsible for a caution. Don't know what's going on there as they meet the pace truck on the backstretch. I'm going to take a vocal break, and I'm going to try to get some trading paints figured out here because it is giving me a pain. And we're going back to green flag racing once again. It's kind of everything's shaking and going everywhere. Some connection things going on with iRacing right now, as I just got informed from iRacing Control that there are some things happening as far as latency and glitching, and so nothing these guys are doing. Some of the things that issues that they're having, especially when it came to trading paints, they're not being able to see their vehicles because of that. They might be able to see them themselves, but they're not getting me any justice over here. So we apologize once again about trading paints as they hit the backstretch. The 88 coming up, hitting turn 3, finding a line that's working for him with William Karp right behind him in that number 1 machine. About 0.6 of a second off with the 82 Wirtz working and shaking. Trying to keep up with the leader. They are still green flag running, coming to the backstretch. Taking that long inside line of the 88. Some lap traffic down there on the inside. Looks like he got into the wall a little bit, some front end damage. 88 still working, running, doing some good things. As things start to run green, looks like Jake Fluman got a little bit of into a little bit of incident in practice, but he is running really well up there again. One more time. Roger Davis is on pit road. It looked like the car that was having some issues over there. Some front end damage. Karp in the number 1, running that, trying to run the 88 of Fitchner down. As we see some exciting things shaking up. Lap 29 about to be complete under green flag conditions. As you see that long backstretch. Nice battle going on for 3rd and 4th. The 88 still continues to lead out front right here at Virtual Phoenix. One more time for you. Again, my name is Jason. I am the commentator right here at ISM Raceway, better known as Phoenix International. Or what used to be Phoenix International, as the 88 takes the very, very, very low line. Starting to work his way a little higher into the groove. Coming up on lap traffic, meeting that 35 right there. Right around with everybody as you take a look at what is going on from overhead. As you see the 74, 00, and the 86 running together. The 84 are back over there as well. Giving the 20 some encouragement there, as now Brandon Fronapole has, and then number 10 has moved himself up to the 3rd. Catch back up with our leaders as the 10 has started to chase down William Karp in that number 1 machine. Right along inside along with the number 10, and see what it's like to race with these guys as you get a look from the gyro cam as Brandon completes lap 34. And is hunting down the number 1, getting close to the bumper. As you can see, those cars get a little loose as they dive into the backstretch, and that long dogleg D on the back. And about to hit some traffic. Caution will wave as you see that car becoming an issue right there. Huge drive up to the infield. I don't know what happened there. Caution's not out yet, so we've completed a lap 35. Good clean racing so far, except for a few cautions, so everybody having to check up. 10 losing some of that ground that he had made on that one, but the way that he's driving, he may end up back on the bumper of the one of William Karp very shortly. As we will catch up with our race leader in just a moment. As you see the 84 try to put a move on the 11. That is the 84 of Casey Knighton, right behind the 11 of Brandon Parker. That is for 6th and 7th. The 88 here is our race leader, coming around to complete some laps with the 1. Being chased by the 10. Still showing a heavy battle in the back right there with the 00 up there in the mix as well. Everybody trying to go high around the 11, the 73 lap traffic right there. It looks like, the 73 of Alec Coates and sitting there in 5th is getting some pressure from the 84 of Casey Knighton. 74 JP Smith right there in 7th position. And you're watching along with the 00 of Jake Fluman. And things will still continue to get underway right here. A lot of cars to keep track of on here, but caution is back out once again. And it looks like we will do a few pace laps real quick and get back to green flag racing real shortly. There's the 86 right there. And somebody wanted to see Jake's car. It's the number 20 right there. It's all white, and we were missing the opportunity to see these vehicles in their wonderful paint schemes. But like I said, whenever things get worked out, I'll put them back up in just a little bit. The number 20 is CJ Anderson hitting pit road as we speak. And we'll go back to the front of the list here in just a little bit. Thank you for all the comments out there on Facebook and Twitch and YouTube. I see it all going on. Make sure that you hit the like and share button and go to the YouTube channel, No Limit Racing Live, and you'll be able to see hit the notification bell whenever you go to YouTube, No Limit Racing, search that in the search bar. I am trying to, there's some issues with some things going on right now that you can't see, but still everybody is out there doing it their best and running a good race right now, and I appreciate all the guys over here at No Limit Racing. And the Thunder Series, these ARCA Chevy Malibus are wonderful to drive. They're loose as all get out, but still incredible to put the pedal to the metal on them. We ran Daytona last week, and this is the second race of the season. And let me see if I can get lucky enough to pull up the standings for you right here. This is the point standings. I know it's a little stretched and hard to read, but you do get the opportunity to look at that. Brian Wirtz is currently your leader in the points, sitting in first place, who won the last race right there. C.J. Anderson down there in 17th position. He is first position outside of the playoff points. A lot of fun, a lot of exciting racing still left to go. We are at Phoenix Raceway this week, and we'll have an update on what track we're going to have next week. And we'll get back to racing in just a moment. As it looks like the 54 of Cody Cox is going to be our scored as our race leader currently, with Anthony Titcher going to be right behind him. As you're seeing things cycle through. There is Cody Cox right there. He's going to start on the outside. Going to choose to start on the outside row. Outside of the 88 of Thitchner. Lights on the pace truck are off. And we will be ready to go green flag racing in just a moment, as we are outside of the dog leg, getting ready to go into turn 3. And we'll be back to green flag racing once again in just a moment. We're going to get an overhead view of these guys getting ready to start their racing. 54 on the outside, 88 on the inside, 110 behind. You see pit road entrance right there. Coming to the front stretch. Green flag racing. 88 gassed it. The 54 trying to get a good jump on the 88, but didn't have it. The 88 of Thitchner right there, giving it some long gas. The 54 trying to get a high run right there, with the 1 of William Karp closing the distance. The 10 of Brandon Frontable right there, with the 73 behind. The 54 losing a little bit on the exit of the dog leg into turn 3, coming to the back stretch, but looks to be running that high line as we speak. Take you up front to the race leader and see that gap increase over William Karp, and Brandon Frontable right there is sitting in third once again. 73 of Alex Coates, or Cotes right there, and then looks like Cody Cox being scored 5th place at the current moment. Brandon Parker 11th. Jake Flumen back up in the mix again. That 00 is sitting right up there and trying to make up some ground. The 88 dropping a very, very high, a very, very low line right there. The 1 and the 10 trying to match pace. Lap times are pretty close to each other, about a half of a tenth off of the race leader. The 88 carrying a little higher outside of the yellow line on that run right there. .333 will pop up in just a little bit. We are running a different camera program because the one that works with the program is not working. Mr. Bradley Jacob Dunson right there. There is his fantastic little machine. Let's pull you into right along with him. He had a great paint scheme I saw earlier as well, honoring a fallen police officer in his neck of the woods, and we'll put some photos of that up later whenever we get back to when Trading Paints decides it's going to start working again. So apologize about that with everybody one more time. There's a 333 for you. He is running 34, 3 laps down. Still a lot of racing left to go as you see the 24 slide up and get right into there. So we didn't have to worry about it. We got to see the caution on that one. There's some wrecking going on. There's a 333 as everybody is wrecking. That's what you see with the simulator. That's what I mean by there's some issues going on. We don't know what's happening, but the caution is flying currently as things were just a little bit messed up. As the caution flies, the 88 of Titchener, and is still your race leader currently. Try to take a look at what was going on with them. You saw that 24 slide out of there a little bit. Titchener started third, running first. Led 42 laps of the 52 that have been run as they meet up with the pace truck. Right along and watch about it. Yeah, well, I thank you, Crescent. I appreciate that very much. I wish we could fix them all at once. Everything worked very nicely yesterday, and of course today is the day that when I have one of the biggest races of the schedule during the week. We are having all kinds of stuff go wrong. But that's okay. The race is still going on. Everybody's still driving very nicely, and as long as they focus on racing, we can give you guys great things later on. So keep up the good work. Share that stuff out there. We're going to have a lot of fun as I do believe I'm going to pull a driver in just a little bit after we get things back to green flag racing, maybe slightly before that, as we have some popping and locking there. It looks like that's some crazy stuff. Let's see, where's he at? There's a guy who wants to chat, and he was talking about it earlier. I want to make sure I get a hold of him real quick. Well, goodness gracious. Can't find him, can't see him. I don't know where he's at. He's supposed to be in there, but he is not in there. Lap 54 being completed under caution. Still yellow lights going on right now on the pace truck as things are still running. I was trying to get CJ on the horn, but he is nowhere to be found in the chat that we're supposed to pull from. So instead, at the current moment, I will get a hold of him whenever I get a moment. But we're gonna try to. Oh, I'm gonna take that back. There he is. I see him. I see him. So as I was trying to look for him, we've got a good old CJ Anderson. Hey, CJ, you out there, buddy? CJ Anderson, you got me out there, buddy? CJ and then number 20, are you good out there? Well, the lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to let him get back to race. I'm going to put him back with his team. And we'll catch up with him in just a moment when things go back to green flag conditions. You may not have been able to hear me there, so we'll see what happens here very shortly. There's still some flickering and bumping and grinding going on, so I don't know what's going on with some of the stream, but everything will be all right. We're going to go back to green flag racing right here with the 88 of Anthony Titchener out front. William Karp's going to start on the outside, frontal, and then number 10 on the inside lane right behind the 88. Going to try to capitalize as that one is going to have to run that real high line as the 88 comes up to block just a little bit. Still carrying a great entrance. Fantastic start right there. Very clean, very noticeable. as the 10 is going to try to play catch up. But that 1 is right hot on the tail. Carp right there, right behind the 88, going to fall in line and follow suit with everybody. You see everybody try to get single file right there behind the race leaders. The 88 diving high low right there in the back, middle back dog leg. And high up in the turn 3 is the 1 carrying a little bit lower line to the 88. Loses a little ground right there as the 88 is seemingly running perfect lines, forcing Carp about 2 car lengths distance away from the race leader of Titchener. Brandon Frontal up there running 3rd. Some great things going on right here with everybody. Way to go 15 out there. That's what I was hearing. Pirates winch. That's too funny. I like the name. The 88 still leading out front. Lap 60 underway right here at Phoenix International Raceway, and the caution does come out once again. I would love to be able to show you that stuff. I can find out who and why, but I can't tell you what happened. But actually, I can tell you right there, that's what happened. The 15 stuck next to another vehicle right there. I don't know what kind of contact was made there, but we'll have to work that stuff out. Caution waves on lap 60 and a big old giant wreck on the backstretch. That's what happened there. So we might try CJ Anderson one more time to see what we can do for him. As lots of good things going on as well, so I appreciate everybody still out there. Come in here to the broadcast booth one more time. There's some issues going on out there. We're going to figure that stuff out. Come back into the broadcast booth and see what's going on. Doesn't sound like anything is muted. I'm going to bring CJ Anderson in real quick and see if we can figure out what's going on. Let's try that once again. CJ Anderson, you got me out there, buddy.
Yeah, I gotcha.
All righty. Had you pulled in there just for a little bit. I apologize about not being able to get a hold of you. So you got a new sponsor you wanted to talk to us about.
The Dark Cat Studios sponsoring the car tonight.
Say that one more time for us. You kind of got lost there just a little bit.
Yeah, I got a car sponsored by Dark Cat Studios based out of Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, right on, right on. Yeah, I don't know if you have a paint scheme. Trading Paints isn't working for me out here right now, so whenever we get back to Green Flag race, or when we get done with a race, I'm going to pull photos of all the cars and put them up for everybody to see. Tell everybody a little bit about what Dark Cat Studios does for you.
Dark Cat Studios has been very supportive with everything that I've started doing. You know, since quarantine, kind of got into more video games. They're actually releasing a VR game coming up in the next couple of months. No release date yet, but they're doing great things over there.
Wonderful to hear. Wonderful to hear. Well, I appreciate you out there. CJ, you seem to be keeping up with the pack up there. How's your race going so far?
The whole mantra tonight with the team was just staying back, try to keep these cars as healthy as possible, and hopefully be still alive at the end, pull some points.
Well, we hope that that works for you as well. So I'm going to put you back in your group with your team, and good luck to you on the restart.
Thank you.
CJ Anderson right there doing good things with his team, trying to make sure that we continue to have some green flag runs, making that JMM Motorsports team do their darndest to do the right thing. They're going to stick it in the back and try to make sure that they can run. So being scored right now, he has scored 29th position, CJ Anderson, in that number 20. Right now, up front, Mr. Woolley in that number 13 with Stephen Evasius is going to be your front two. The 82 of Wirtz in third. That is your front three currently as we're going. We are back to green flag racing once again. Some things happening, things shaking. Stream going somewhere. Not sure what happened, but the 82 diving real low. The 88 trying to take that lead away as 82 runs a little bit higher line. 3 wide there for just a moment as the 12 of Evasius falls back. The 13 of Woolley trying to keep up. The 82 of Wirtz out front. Figuring out what's going on right now. I appreciate everybody out there watching on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Another caution comes out, and that was probably what was going on there. Thank you, everybody, for continuing to watch out there on all of our social platforms as the pace truck gets up there to meet up with the 82 as Brian Wirtz is going to be your race leader. Moving some stuff around. I'm gonna put you on a long transition. I'm gonna get a stream changed. Well, we're back to it, and there's a lot of things going on there. I'm not sure what's happening with the server, but the server is that's what I pulled up there with the sim racing apps. I wanted to look at the server strength so that way I could figure out what is going on, try to troubleshoot all at once, and make sure that you guys can still have a great time watching. Some of the comments out there, if you're putting them up there, I do appreciate them. I can see some of them, and some of them I can't see. So last one I had was 7 minutes ago from Connor out there. Connor Perez saying Ryan Zima Z out there. The number 82 of Wirtz is out there. He is going to be your leader when we get back to green flag racing once again. The 88 looks like he wasn't going to try to give up that lead, however, but definitely was working that line as hard as he could to try to take that lead back from Wirtz in the number 82. William Carp's going to be starting out on the inside behind the 82 in that number 1. Brandon Tronopole is going to be in that number 10. And in the 5th position, Douglas Carlson in the 86. Fluman still up there in 6th position, going to start outside on the restart. Row 3 in that 00 machine. First car not on the lead lap currently is Jake Elrod, the number 14 machine, being scored 2 laps down. We still have 29 cars on the lead lap as the Pace Trucks lights are off. We're going to go back to green flag racing as we are just over halfway in this 135 lap race at ISM International Speedway right here. The Phoenix, the new Phoenix. It's a great little racetrack. I like watching these. I like watching the races at Phoenix because that dog leg makes it really interesting on how everybody's going to be using their line. Appreciate everybody out there. Continuing to watch. The pace truck is off. We are going to go back to green flag racing right here as lap 69 is complete with the 82 taking to choose the inside line, but the 88 carries a better restart and is knowing that that is his strong suit right now. Restarts are going to be his thing, but caution waves once again as we couldn't get back to green flag conditions. The 88 is your race leader after 70 laps right here with the No Limit Racing Thunder Series at the Phoenix International Raceway. Going to take a vocal break, take a drink of water, and get back to you. And I am back with you once again as the 88 of Anthony Thitchner is leading the race currently. He is really good at those restarts and holding people off. He's going to have to do it again one more time with the 82 of Brian Wirtz outside. Anthony is from Canada. That's what it shows. Let me see if I have any driver information on Mr. number 88. Currently do not, but we have Brian Wirtz from Michigan behind. Brandon Fronopel from Florida. It's going to be restarting inside of the number 1 of William Karp out of the New York area. Jason right here with Signature TV Live, Signature Media Broadcasting, and Signature Esports. A lot of entertaining things going on. as we had a good long green flag stint and then back-to-back cautions within a lap. But the pace truck lights are off, and we're going to go back to green flag racing once again in just a moment with the 88 outside. Scoring your top 5 currently right now, Thitchner is going to be scored as first, or single file restart as we're getting ready to get back underway because of the back-to-back cautions before the restart happened. Or second, Frontal third, Carp fourth, and Fluman fifth. The 82 takes a big dive right in front of the 10 and almost takes the bumper off of him right there, but still great racing as the 88 of Thitchner is still continuing to run super well out front. It doesn't matter if he gets into traffic too. It seems like in the first couple of laps he can pass people and get his position back. As lap 75 is complete, 60 laps to go right here at ISM International Speedway in Phoenix, or Avondale, Arizona. Caution once again on lap 76. Normally I have a relative screen, kind of just a little information about what we do here, and it usually shows me when things happen and gives me a, hey, this guy did this and this guy did that, but it's not been doing that right now, so I can't give you instant replays of wrecks. I am sure going to go back and make a really cool video of it though, and post that on the No Limit fan page, of course. Make sure you go on there and like and share all of their stuff. Every Monday evening at 7:50, I start broadcasting for their series. So, and I mean 7:50 Eastern Standard Time. That's how we're going to work things up. That's what we're going to be doing, and you're seeing a little bit of catch up as everybody is. It's a big server, and he's. iRacing is a great platform to race in, but with so much customization, there's a lot of things flickering going on right there. So stream quality seems to be up, and things seem to be working really well. So I appreciate everybody's patience, and we're going to continue green flag racing in just a little bit. Let's try to catch up with the 88, who was doing a great job out there of holding everybody off. As things are working out really well for the 88, I've got Anthony Thitchner right here. Hey, buddy, how's that race going for you?
Oh, it's going good. As long as these caution laps keep coming, I guess I can't get past. Haven't really gotten to see too many green flag laps, man, but I'm just loving the way this car feels tonight. Once we get into a rhythm, I feel like we can walk away. It's just trying to find that rhythm.
Well, what we're seeing is that your restarts are phenomenal. You seem to be pulling away from everybody, and even though that you started to restart at third a couple of cautions ago, you just seem to drive right past everybody within a couple of laps.
A lot of it is just wrapping it up and trying to carry that speed through the corner, trying to be the first one to get back on the gas. As long as you can keep it from out slipping, you can carry that momentum. So it's gotten loose a couple times. We're just trying not to let it get too loose.
Well, you're doing a great job out there holding that lead. A little over 50 laps led here at the race, and keep up the good work. And we'll see if we catch up with you a little later on.
I appreciate it, bud.
I appreciate you. And again, Anthony Thitchner, the race leader right there, number 88, doing a great job holding everybody together. I want to work on trying to put him back to where he belongs. And there he is. He is back, and we've got some caution laps still left to complete. It looks like the lights are still on the pace track. I'm going to take a vocal break and be right back with you. Lights are off on the pace truck, and we're going to go back to green flag racing here in just a little bit. The 88 of Thitchner out front, the 82 of Wertz. We're going to be a single file restart as the pace truck hits pit road. The 88 getting everything up to speed. Single file racing. 82 carrying a little bit more speed, has to avoid and go up high. The 10 of Brandon Frontable right here in third place. Great things happening right here with the 88, working that very low line. Talking about how that car was getting loose on him just a little bit and couldn't. You could see it lifting a little bit, but when he was running his lead, he had just over a second and a half lead over the rest of the field. A lot of pressure coming from the 10 of Frontapole as he almost gets in the back of the 82. Right along with one of our drivers. If you get a driver out there you want to ride along with, make sure you put it in the comment box, and I will try to get to it as best I can. As we are going to go and ride along with the number 10 for just a moment, as he is chasing down that 82 of Brian Wertz. A little bit of a view from the hands. Can't really see the back of the car, but you see how those hands are moving. Let's look at the gyro of how he is driving, but we are under caution once again. But little excess view right there. Apologize about that. About not getting to it faster. We're trying our best, that's for sure. We're back under caution, lap 84. Right here at ISM Speedway in Phoenix. Whole lot of fun going on right here. I'll let you guys kind of do your thing. I appreciate you guys following out there. Got Shaba 117, appreciate you following me. Intimidator MF, I appreciate that as well. Bareback Slayer, like it. And Pirates Winch, I appreciate you as well. 84, I will get to it in just a little bit. I want to make sure we get back to green flag racing before we start riding along with everybody. So that way we have no hiccups and no issues. Casey Knighton doing a great job out there. He's in 10th right now. Is the car being requested to ride along with, which not a big deal. Ryan Hedrick, go you, buddy. Number 12, and that 32 out of Illinois. That's how you say it. The S is silent. Good job out there, buddy. I appreciate you very much. Biggest movers right now. Biggest loss right now currently is looks like Cody Cox. He's 11 off, but doing a great job of getting back up to the front. 54 of Cody Cox. Or CJ Anderson at number 20 is in 25th right now. Josh Klinger, the number 18, doing a great job. Big thank you to everybody. Speaking of which, people who have done some good things with me. Big shout out to all of the supporters of the channel and supporters of what I do as well. I couldn't do this without your guys' support as well, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a little bit of dinero to, and I'm not talking about Robert De Niro, to put all of this stuff on. So make sure if you're on the Twitch channel, go down there, hit that donate button. Everything that I do goes to a good cause, not just for me, but also for everybody else. And nice job, Ryan, for putting yourself out there. Share all of your feeds, do everything that you can, and we'll see what else we can do with you. I like it when these drivers share their feeds. You can not only listen to me, but you can also watch them on another platform or another tablet, iPhone, and see exactly what they see as I'm calling the race, which is something that we are working on trying to do. The software just takes a little bit to build. So one more time, we're going to try to get this thing back under green flag conditions. Got a request to ride along with Casey Knighton as things are about to be green flag in just a moment. Let's ride along with that gyro cam of the 84. As we're going to go back to green flag racing in just a little bit. A lot of cautions out so far, but still a lot of racing left to go. Anybody's ball game. The 88 leading a lot of laps right now. Take that driver drop down for you right there. Casey Knighton started 6th, currently 10th, but don't count him out just yet. Here is your top 5 currently. Stitchner out front. Wirtz in 2nd. Frontal still holding that 3rd spot. Brandon Parker out of the Atlantic area. That's a number you haven't heard, name you haven't heard just yet. The 11 sitting up there, and one of those drivers that doesn't necessarily surprise you. Jake Fluman up there in that 00. He is 5th place. We're back to green flag racing. We're right along with the 84 of Casey Knighton, and see how these guys work out of their situations. Running a higher line than the 73. Back under caution one more time. Not sure what happened there. Klinger doing a good job, of course, yes, as well. Casey Knighton still scored 10th. As we are still getting ourselves all the way down to the end of the race. We're trying to get down to the end of the race. Laps are ticking away as we are under caution one more time. 91 laps complete. We're completing lap 91 under caution as you see the 84 trying to catch up with everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying their Memorial Day while we are running a virtual ISM Phoenix International Raceway. One of your drivers that you are looking forward to seeing, make sure that you give him a big old shout out there, and we will do our best to do it. We'll take a vocal break, play one of our Memorial Day videos for you, and I appreciate you guys still sticking through and watching. This is Jason. I'll be right back with you. guys missed me just a little bit. We had some things going on with our feed right there. I was trying to broadcast to everybody, and things were just not happening the way that we wanted it to. But we saw a lot of good things happening right there with the 88 holding that front line and battled really early on that little green stint as the 82 is coming to pit road right now. 82 was battling very hard on the outside lane, trying to take the lead of the 88 on that restart. But the 10 of Brandon Frontal capitalized on that and moved to the into second spot. Jake Fluman, who was on the started fifth, passed the 11, and has now moved into third position after the pit of the 82. Of Brandon Wirtz, Ryan Wirtz, who was doing a fantastic job to put the pressure on the leader of Anthony Fitchner. So see, the 82 is going to be coming back out. It's showing him currently scored after pits. Let's see where he ends up. There's the 88. Right there in that black machine, you see it, and then the 10 of Brandon Frontal right there. Lap 108 completed under caution. I'll be right back with you. Currently, that's how your top five lines out right now. We've got Anthony Fitchner out there in that number 88. The 10 of Brandon Frontal, the 00 of Jake Fluman, and then the 11 of Mr. Hall, Kyle Hall. And then the 73 of Alec Coates, or Cotes. I want to make sure I say that right. If not, then I apologize about that. That is your fifth spot. We're going to go back to green flag racing. The lights on the pace truck are off. And very shortly, we're going to have another opportunity for some exciting racing at ISM Speedway right here in Phoenix, locally known as Avondale over in Arizona. 88, 10, 0, 87 outside. Says 87 of Kyle Hall. So the 11 is off track, went down to pit as well. 00, 87, 73, that's where we're at. And we are accelerating now back to green flag racing once again right here at ISM Phoenix International Speedway. The 88, a huge jump with the 00, Jake Fluman fighting his way on the inside. The 10 of Brandon Frontal on the outside of him. 2x2 from second on back as the 88 takes a huge dive onto the inside of the back leg of the dog leg. And carries speed into turn 3. The 10 and carrying a little bit of higher line right there over the 00 of Jake Fluman. 73 applying some pressure to Fluman back there as you see another lap completed. The 88 carrying a 1.3 second lead over the 10 of Brandon Frontal, but as they come back, that was over the backstretch, but as they come to the corners, seems like some of the other cars are carrying a heavier speeds into the corners. Big old shaking caution going on right now. 40 cars on the field right now. First car off the lead lap, Bradley Jacob Dunston in the 333. A chance for him to get some laps back currently, as Christopher Couric and J.P. Smith now fall off pace. The 88 catching back up with the tail end of the field after that wreck, catching the pace truck, and we're going to see how things line out very, very quickly. As under caution at lap 114. Lots of resets going on when it comes to getting toes and whatnot, so we'll take a look at how things are rolling going forward. When the pace truck comes to the front stretch right here, we're going to have 20 laps to go right here from ISM Phoenix International Speedway with the No Limit Thunder Series. There's a free lap pass for the vehicle right there. Looks like DeFazio was getting a lap back. Carlson back on the lead lap. Munson back on the lead lap. 74 J.P. Smith there on the lead lap as well. Brandon Parker in the number 11. That's some issues right there. Shows him first car one lap down currently. As the 88 of Anthony Thitchner is now your race leader and still continuing to run around the track at high rates of speed and really good on the restarts. Like he had said earlier when we pulled him to the broadcast booth, he said that if the cautions keep happening, nobody will have an opportunity to pass him, and can't get these tires to wear out faster if we don't have green flag runs. So great racing going on so far. CJ Anderson has talked about his sponsor, and of course always put that stuff in the. If you get any sponsors out there, make sure that you put them in the chat box. Put all your information in there. We'll make sure that we try to do good things for you. Pace lights on the truck are off. We're going to go back to green flag racing in just a moment. Pace truck is coming off the, get ready to head off into pit road right. Oh, we're going to complete one more under caution. Not going green just yet. We are back to double file. Now the lights go back off on the pace truck. I think some things had to get shaken out right there. And we'll go back to green flag racing in just a moment. Getting close to the end of everything. Lap 118 of 135. So we go back to green flag racing. We're going to have 26 laps to go. sorry, 16 laps to go. Let me accurately take care of my math. And hopefully it'll be a nice, exciting 16 laps. If we get another caution, we do have some attempts at some green-white checkers. The 88 of Thitchner excited to try to get a run on the 10 of Brandon Fronopel. Thitchner, Fronopel, and Fluman. Your 1, 2, 3 right there for you. And we're going green flag racing once again as the 88 of Thitchner is right there getting that solid jump that he normally does. Trying to pull ahead of the 10 as the 10 carries a lot of speed down to the inside. And not going to be easy to shake off as your pole sitter, the number 10, is there to chase down the number 3 spot of the 88. He is running like the race depends on it. The double zero of Fluman on the inside of the 87 of Kyle Hall. Casey Gilchrist in number 26 right there in 5th spot. Someone might be wrecking back there. A little shake and shake going on. 88 still ahead of the 10 as the 10 is closing the distance as the laps are completed. The 88 had of Thitchner had a 0.6 of a second, but the 10 is closing little by little as we see the 10 and the 88 working really hard together. 88 having some issues there just a little bit. The 10 there to capitalize on it if things don't hold up well. Some of it could be stream issues, some of it could not be. The 10 right there on the bumper of the 88. Carrying a lot of speed down to the inside, leading the race, and a caution does fly. Some things going on there. Stream is working out really well for us as you see the carnage down there. $23 cars still left on the lead lap whenever we come back to green flag racing. Last car so far on the lead laps is 74 JB Smith. CJ Anderson back up there to the 22nd position. So moving all the way back up for himself as you are seeing what happens when a bunch of cars go racing, and there's not much else we can do about it. We're going to jump all the way up to take a higher view of everything so that way we can see how everything's kind of working out there. A whole bunch of jumping and shaking going on as the priority of events is kind of doing its thing. Free lap pass car going around. Brandon Parker, the number 11, getting a free pass right there. Bradley Jacob Dunson is next up for a free pass as we are still under caution on lap 124. Not sure what's going on. I don't think too much could happen. Let's bounce on over to the number 10 so that way we don't have too much jumping going on. Seems like the 10's having a better stream quality going on, so we'll follow along with him for a little while everybody kind of gets sorted out. Big server to fill all of these vehicles in here. Everybody's still racing out there. Take a look at where our points leader was, Brian Wirtz, and then number 82, who's sitting back in 16th position currently. He was up front earlier trying to run with everybody. Had to pit, and now since he's pit, he's come back from almost being a lap down in 26th position all the way back up to 16th. As we see everybody kind of flickering in and out just a little bit. Want to make sure that we are still ready to go. Some heavy duty things going on. Streams everywhere, cameras everywhere. The 88, the 10, the 00, the 87, and the 26 trying to hold their top 5 positions. The 12 is Steven Evasius right there as well. The 13 of Michael Woolley right there in 7th positions. The 7th position, the 73 of Alan Cortez sitting right there as well. And Cody Cox in that 54 machine at 9th. Danny C. Davis lines out your top 10. Long stretch on the back. You see the 88 is going to start inside of the 10. Pace truck is going to hit pit road. And once again, we're going to give 9 to go in just a moment. You're going to accelerate right here as the 88 and the 10. 88 comes up to try to side drive and take a little extra speed into that first turn. Coming out of exit of turn 2. 88 and 10. Out front, single file, the 00 and the 87, making it interesting as the 87 stays a little higher than a 00. The 00 carrying a lot of speed up into the corner with that sharp turn off of the dog leg. 88 leads another lap right here. With the 10, Brandon Funnable right behind. The 88 and the 10 carrying a little higher line for a little extra speed and getting closer just off the back bumper, less than a car length away as Jake Freeman hits that 3rd place position, settling in where he is going to try to chase down the race leaders. The 88 carrying low as you see. 1, 2, 3 go through the entrance at turn 3, outside of turn 4. That's the distance between 1st and 2nd right there. Being patient as lap 30 is underway right here, but a caution does come out, so it does look like we're going to have a green-white checker. As you can tell that when the stream goes funny like that, and when the cars start blinking, that means that somebody's wrecking somewhere. And I would love to be able to show you where. We'll get some things worked out as far as our stream goes, and then we'll try to figure it out next time. Things usually go a little bit better than this, but we'll get in and get everybody loaded in a little earlier next time and make sure that we can get everybody's paint schemes loaded up. I appreciate everybody out there still watching with me. A lot of streamers out there. I thank you very much. Jason once again with the No Limit Racing ARCA series from ISM Raceway, which is Phoenix International Raceway, from Avondale in Arizona. Everybody's having some fun stuff going on right now. I wish I could fix it. I really do. Nothing I can do on my end. There is a lot of stream things going on when it comes to this big race. Normally, quality of everybody is usually a lot better. But we'll see what happens a little bit later on. I do have we do get to have a lot of fun trying to see what the replays are going to show later on. We'll get everybody in track and online with what the paint schemes do look like. I'll post pictures of all the cars that were in the race and make sure that we can show what they had involved on their paint schemes once I get the opportunity to do so. Incredible things going on right now. We are seeing a free pass car, 17, doing some fun drive arounds. I'm going to take a vocal break and I'll be right back with you. We'll get back to green flag racing with a green-white checker at the ISM Raceway with No Limit Thunder Series in just a moment. All right, we're going to go back to green flag racing here in just a second as everything kind of shakes out a little bit and has to clear itself. Pace truck is off, and now we're going to see everything come to light as everybody tries to get the stream back together. 8810, that's your front low. Green-white checker is what we've got going on. The 8810 double zero of Jake Fluman. We're going to see what happens here. 88 kind of bouncing a little bit when it comes to a stream. Everybody's kind of all over the place. 88 leading it high on the inside of turn 3. The 10 doing a great job of trying to carry that mid line into the low line of turn 3. Can't really see what's going on. I apologize about what is going on. The 10 right on the rear bumper of the 88. And I can't see what's going on, but this is the final lap of the race. I will let you know who wins in just a second. They must be wrecking. Something must be happening to the 88. Looks like if he comes around the corner, he's going to be your race leader. Winner. It looks like Anthony Thitchner is going to be the winner right here. The Brandon Frontopole is going to come in a single second. The double zero, Jake Fluman. 87 of Kyle Hall. Looks like he's the going to be your fourth place finisher in your top 5. Steven Evasius is going to be 12. I am going to go in here and I'm going to pull up the race results. Unofficial results right now. Currently, the 88 of Anthony Thitchner is going to be your race leader. We cannot not show a burnout, as that's what we need to be looking at right there. Congratulations to the 88 of Thitchner. I will get him on in just a minute, and we will try to talk to him about how that race went. And I will get on and see a burnout, but couldn't see what was going on during the race in the last couple of laps. So apologize about the quality there. I'm going to figure out what happened on iRacing's side, and we'll try that again next week, of course, next Monday. There is the 88. I'm going to try to pull him in real quick while he sits there and celebrates. Well, congratulations to you in there, Mr. Thitchner, on that great drive off on the 88 right there. We couldn't hardly see what was going on. There was a lot of lag from everybody, but I was trying to call the race at the last 2 laps the best I could. Walk us through how you won.
Yeah, man. Just the restarts. It was hard to get past anybody on them restarts. I was waiting for Brandon to get right up on me, and he did, man. Had there been like 2, 3, 4 more laps, there was going to be a hell of a race for the lead. He might have got me. I felt like his tires were a little better than mine, so it was kind of scary, man. We came across that line. He was literally on my bumper, so it was good. I guess the flags kind of worked out in my favor. I don't think I'd pit since like lap 70, man. These tires are pretty old, and I seen what happened to Brian Wirtz. He came in. And he lost a bunch of positions. So just trying to make the right decisions, keep it up front, man, because it's so hard to pass here when you're not getting much green flag racing.
Yeah, you guys did definitely keep it interesting, and we did see a lot of movers when it came to pits. Of course, you were talking about Brian Wirtz, who dropped all the way back to 22nd, worked his way back up to 80s, to the 8th position. But you did a good job on the drive-offs. We appreciated everything that you did, showing how to restart right here at Phoenix. Next week, you're going to try to do a repeat?
Where are we at next week? Where were we at next week, you said?
Looking at it right now, actually. That was something I was pulling up. That's what I was pulling up right now. Next week, we're at Kentucky.
Oh, nice. Kentucky's fun, man. That's a good race. I just hope we get a little bit more green flag laps. It was rough, but I like tracks like 1.5 mile tracks. Is one of my favorite. As long as the setup is loose, I think it'll be fun. It definitely makes it more fun when it's loose and you got guys that out here just trying to hold on, man. I feel like the thing was on a rail. The tight setups is what scares me, so that's what we'll be worried about. But we'll be practicing all week and come back and be ready for this thing. Hopefully see some more green flag laps.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. It was a good race, and congratulations once again. We will see you next week.
All right, thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Thank you for broadcasting. Hope everybody enjoyed it. We'll get some more green flag laps, guys. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll get everybody back in, and we'll get it going as well. I've got to get a hold of iRacing and get their server situation going as well. So appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next week. And good luck with practices this week.
All right, bud. Thank you. Have a good.
You too. Again, that was your race winner, Anthony Thitchner. Let's go ahead and pull up how our field lined out, since kind of dropped that out for the burnout. The 88, Anthony Thitchner is your race winner right here at Phoenix. The 10 Brandon Frontopole comes in second. Jake Fluman, one of the biggest movers of the race. I'm going to try to get him in just a second. Finished third, and we were talking about the 82 of Brian Wirtz. He did drop all the way back after he had to pit, and he did make his way back into a top 10. Danny C. Davis tops out that 21 in the 10th position. Here is how the rest of the unofficial results look. The 45 of Brett Edwards is in 11th. Brandon Parker, that 11 machine, was up there running with everybody, but he ultimately fell a little bit to the back. He pitted with everybody else. Finishes 16th. Honorable mention of the 333, Bradley Jacob Dunson, finishing 14th. Casey Knight in the 84, another popular driver for you guys, finishing 17th. Moving on back to Cody Cox, one of the harder racing drivers that we've seen throughout the series. Popular name out there that we see. Finishes 26th. Art Millen in the 15 finishes 29th. Mason Yost back there as well in 30th. And all the way back to Hank Caston in 34th position, and Jake Elrod in the being scored at 39th. That is how the results show, and from there, you've got race control and a bunch of other people back there as well. So I appreciate everybody joining in and watching the broadcast. Thank you for all the comments. I appreciate and yep, I know that everybody was looking at that. I had everything set to as low as I could. I just know that there was 43 vehicles being drawn for me, so I appreciate everybody. Continue to watch and just like, subscribe, and share, and we'll get back with you next week where we're going to be at Kentucky for a 140-lap race. We're going to have that race start right about 8 o'clock on the East Coast. So, again, I start broadcasting right about 7:50, and we'll catch back up with you. We have a few more things that we're going to add to the broadcast that are going to help benefit this as well. I appreciate you again, and always go hug a veteran and thank them for their service. Go hug a police officer. Just do it in a nice way. Firefighters, nurses, doctors, we appreciate all of you out there. And by all means, we will see you next week. And check out the rest of our broadcast. Go on twitch.tv/JL Follow. You can see what our broadcast days are. Signature TV Live is on 5 nights a week. And this is just our premiere night on Monday nights. We are growing the rest of the schedule as well, so if you need any commentation or esports broadcasting, that includes any platform, not just iRacing, get a hold of us and search us out on Facebook. I appreciate you. Good luck to you, and have a great night. Well, before I get out of here, too, I want to make sure that go to NoLimitRacing.net. That's where you're going to find the schedule for this league. And of course, you can find some driver information. We're going to have points updates. And then also the No Limit Racing YouTube channel. And then, of course, find us on Facebook, No Limit Racing on Facebook. And you can join the fan page right there. Watch all of the races. And you see the echo right there. That is the Twitch page. I love it when it does that. Anyway, go on there, like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. I appreciate everybody once again. I'm going to go ahead and tag out of here and let you guys get back to all of the fun stuff that you are doing for this Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. I will see you guys next Monday at 7:50.